Hello everyone. Happy Monday. So I hope you guys are all enjoying the first day back at school or homeschool or however you want to look at it. So I am jumping on today because I want to talk about another topic of energetic kind of vibrational stuff, which is going to be new to some of you, and kind of some of you are going to be aware of this already. Some of you are going to have no clue what I'm talking about whatsoever. For some, this is really going to resonate. For some, this is just going to be like, you lost me at the beginning. All good, you know, this is just providing more information, more sharing of things that I have been aware of and have learnt about for many, many, many years, and am now being guided to start to share more openly. So today's topic is about starseeds. So if you do not know anything and have never heard that term, I would encourage you to Google starseeds, starseed children. If you've ever heard of the indigo children or the crystal children or the rainbow children, you'll be aware that over the past probably 40 years, 50 years, we've had various waves of new children being born onto the planet that have a very, very high vibration. So obviously a lot of the work that I do is around working with energy and working with more and more and more children that seem to be struggling with the mainstream systems. Hang on, I just need to put this on silent, otherwise it's going to keep dinging. So lots of kids being labelled as ADHD or being on the autism spectrum or having dyslexia or dyspraxia. And it's really fascinated me that when their parents have brought them here, that their energy is really, really high. They seem to have this really high vibration system. And it made me start to question what was going on here. And as I started to dig and research and my expansion of my awareness kind of broadened, I learned about this concept of being a starseed. So starseeds are beings on this planet right now, so human beings who are connected or have had other lifetimes in other galaxies and other planets and other areas of our multi-dimensional universe. So for some, this is going to be like really out there, like what? That doesn't make sense. I encourage you to do your own research. I encourage you to go with what resonates with you. Everything that I do and say is all about what feels good for you. So if it doesn't feel good, that's cool. Just, you don't have to watch it. But if you're like, oh wow, this is really interesting, like this is igniting a bit of a spark in me that I don't know, you know, sounds interesting, then please go and look it up. Go and have a look and see what you think. So starseeds are, these beings that have they may have been on Earth many, many times before. Hey, Christina. And they may have had many lifetimes here, but they've also had lifetimes in other areas, other galaxies, other parts of this multi-dimensional universe. And so they have a different vibration within their system. And this means that when they are here on Earth, it gives them this feeling of being trapped. And often, like for myself, like I know I grew up feeling like I'd never fitted in, like I just didn't belong. I didn't know like why I would want to, you know, just even at school, like just never feeling like I clicked. I was never in a clique, and always feeling a little bit like like this wasn't home. And I can't describe that because it's a feeling. It's not something that I ever really gave a lot of thought to. I just always had that sense of not knowing what I was supposed to do or what I was here for. And it wasn't until I obviously fell into working with energy work and then connecting more dots for myself around my own spiritual awakening that became obvious. And I learned about starseeds and I was like, oh my God, that makes sense to me. So that's why I encourage everybody to do their own research, their own investigation about this stuff so that you can see what resonates. So what I have learned working with other children, my own children, other parents, is that these children that are being born, especially now at this time, so our children like that are, you know, 10, 12, and obviously even for my generation, so I'm 36, You know, we also have a much higher vibration than our parents. And so every wave, every new child that is coming in has this next layer, this next level of vibration. And it's actually, I've read books and I've done some research around the actual structure of the aura and how that is different. And this information that's all coming out now, and a lot of people are channeling, is about this crystalline energy. So it is happening. Like, our children are being born with a higher vibration. That's why they can do things a lot quicker than we can. We are amazed by the fact they can pick up a phone and almost use it, you know, without having any idea what they're doing. They can just do it. They're doing things a lot younger than we did. You know, they're drinking earlier, they're having sex earlier, they're doing things. It's like they're growing up faster. The planet is speeding up. You know, all of this is about energy. It's all about this process and this constant moving of the energy, which is moving us towards this fifth dimensional shift, which is what I was talking about last week. So if you missed that video, go back and watch that. So what's happening though is that the children being born don't fit in the old system. The old system of schooling doesn't work. So they're labelled as ADHD because they can't sit still, because they can't sit and think in a linear way, because they're being born with this vibration that is expansive, it's massive. And then they're being told to sit in a box and sit down and do everything in a very controlled, linear, you know, way of thinking. They can't do that. So the system does not fit for the speed and the kind of vibration of these children. Your child is not broken. There is nothing wrong with your child. Your child just needs a different structure, and that is what is happening right now. The old structures are being deconstructed. You know, we're watching it happen. Even with school, online learning is coming in. You know, there's different ways of doing things. So everything about what we're going through with the coronavirus is actually allowing us to start to deconstruct the old paradigm, the old control system. And it's really important to be aware of this, which is why I'm sharing this now, because I feel like it's good for parents to have this expansion and this understanding that even if you don't believe that your child is a starseed, or that you are, which most people that watch this and resonate with this, you're resonating because you are like, wow, okay, yeah, that speaks to me. But your children are so high vibration that not only do they not fit in a system, they also are constantly triggering you. So if you're feeling like you are just really struggling to cope with your kids, and I know, like, speaking to my parents, of course they had times where it was like, oh, you know, how do I deal with this? But I feel like the energy right now is even harder. Like, it's even more so this feeling of like just full on, you know, every day we're being pushed, and it's because their energy vibration is hitting ours and we're not vibrating at their rate. We're still in our, you know, energy that was what we were born with, which just isn't there. And so these children are being born to help ascend the planet, to help us with our awakening. So they're triggering us at every moment to get us to shift. That is their job. That is what they're here to do. So it's amazing that as a parent, we're feeling so like, oh, you know, how do I cope? How do I deal with all this stuff? And actually what they're doing is the most amazing gift. It's actually allowing us to go inwards, to look at ourselves and go, how can I be a better parent? How can I help them? And, you know, I know a lot of you who are in this group are all light workers, who are all healing, who are all in your own way putting this message out. And it's amazing that our kids are here to trigger us in that way. And that's what their vibration does. You know, they're asking us to step up. They're asking us to lift our vibration to the point that we can meet them and match them, which I just think is phenomenal. So I'm sharing this now because of what's going on around the planet and the fact that the energy is really changing and really lifting, and the vibration is, we are awakening. We are becoming awakened. We are having to wake up with this experience. So this, you know, this information, like I said, take it with a pinch of salt. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's absolutely fine. But I'm sharing this because it's so important that you understand some of the energy links behind the problem behaviors and the labels that are put on our kids and ourselves. If you've been someone that's gone through life being labeled as ADHD or dyslexic or not feeling like you fit in, all these things that I said I felt at the beginning of my life, you know, it's just all about holding that space and really being able to come and have a bigger awareness and a bigger perspective on what is really going on. So yeah, if anyone has any questions about this, pop them in the comments. And like I said, please do your own research. Go and Google this, go and find out more about it, and actually see what it is that, you know, what hits your inner kind of, yes, lights you up and you think, wow, this is amazing. You know, and go and search for that and find that inner lighting of your kind of fire. But yeah, anyway guys, have an awesome week, and yeah, I'll catch you again soon. All right, see ya.